So if you guys miss your reading, it will be on YouTube, or if you just want to re-listen to it later. So, Jeff is first. It's a little too many cards there. A lot of people have lost a lot of things lately. I'm so sorry that you've lost your kiddo, Sweet Pea. All right. We ready? Here we go, Jeff. You start off with me yawning and the Berserker. Then you have Odin, which is wisdom. And then you have Reda, which is the spirit of lightning. So, Jeff, you have something specific that you've had to be the warrior. You've had to come up with interesting, insane ways to fight this battle. With fighting this battle the way you have, with the, I'm going to say it this way because I think you'll understand. With the roundabout ways of flanking the problem, you've come across some very unique wisdom. Almost precognition with the way things are going to go. With the way things are going to go, you've learned how to articulate yourself a lot better when it comes to ensuring that those around you, here's all the yawns, that those around you make it through their own battles. Because even though they may not be going through the same type of battle you are, the wisdom, the insight, the things that you've learned will help a tremendous amount of people. And here's the thing, the spirit of lightning tells me that you've had this insight already, and this is just kind of confirmation for you. I had to draw another card because just having this information, just knowing that this is confirmation for you, doesn't tell you how to go about it. So this next card here is Durin, which is the doorkeeper, and it's navigation. Stop stressing about how to go about doing this, because how is going to find you. How is going to find you. You helping other people through their stuff, Jeff, is going to be life-changing for a lot of people. So when you feel like you can't share, when you think that your wisdom is not really wisdom, when you feel like the battle you fought may not be as unique as someone else's or as tough as someone else's, just know that you went through your battle for a reason, to help guide other people. Okay? But don't stress about finding out how to do this, because it's literally going to fall in your lap. Really, with the yawns, Jeff, all the yawns. All right. So April has 2. Am I doing 2 separate readings for her, Sass, or am I doing just one? One big one, do you know? You're welcome, Jeff, honey. Yeah, Jeff made me yawn all the yawns. Okay, so you said one Sass, one Tiff, one Kathy. Okay. So I am doing good, Jeff. Thank you. Sass, this is for you. Okay. You start off with the spirit of lightning. Then you have Freya, which is love, fertility, and sexuality. Then you have Himdall, which is opportunity and warning. And then you have the rule of three, which is an informed decision. So, with the unique lightning that you are slapped with lately, and I say slapped for a reason, you're realizing that this is a massive boost to yourself, a massive boost to your confidence, to your own personality, truthfully. But I think that this is confirmation that yes, this is a gateway. This is an opportunity that you have stepped through. You made the conscious decision to step into this. And now you're kind of looking back and seeing if there were warning signs that you missed. So I'm just going to tell you this. This goes for you and this goes for everybody here. Hindsight is always 20/20, good and bad. I can look back and see where there are things that I missed all these years. It is what it is. There's a reason you missed those things, because here's the thing. If you knew all of the things, if you saw all the warnings, would you have taken the step through the gateway? Probably not. It would have changed the outcome. Would not have you where you sit right now in this moment. So guys, stop questioning the past. Stop questioning the warnings. Stop questioning if you should have done something differently, because the past is the past and it will never be now again. The future is just that. It's the future. We can plan for it. We can attempt to plan for it. All you ever have is right now, this particular moment. That's it. And technically, it's not even this moment. It's a few seconds behind, because it takes your eyes and your brain a little bit to, process. Going forward, knowing what you know now, knowing that you step through this gateway and that you're on a path. When we get on our path, the universe sets us on a thing almost like a roller coaster. You're locked in. Those wheels are in the track. You're not going off the rails anymore. But you can make informed decisions going forward. In making informed decisions going forward, it's going to be up to you what information you give out. So, I also want you to notice that there is a full moon on this card. I have a feeling that this is confirmation for you as well. Maybe I should just call these confirmation readings this evening. All right. Are we ready for the Tiff card? So that's a great question. Someone just asked, do you believe that words are spellings and spellings can cast spells? I believe that anything that comes out of you is manifestation. It is you telling the universe, yes, I want this. No, I don't want this. So when you say or you write, text, whatever, that everything sucks and you never do anything, you never win anything, you never get anything, the universe goes, oh, okay, you never get anything, so I'm not going to give you anything. And when you say, I am the prize, I am fantastic, my life is wonderful, my life is exactly the way it needs to be right now, I am perfect in this moment, I have everything I need, then that's exactly what happens. When you say, I know I need money to fix the car, don't say, oh my God, I have no money to fix the car. You say, I have all the money I need to fix the car, and the universe will bring the money to you. Everything you do, everything you say, everything you write in a text or an email is manifestation. Use it to your advantage, loves, not to your detriment. All right. We ready, Tiffany? So you had 2 cards come out at first. On top is this, the fog. And underneath is this, the first human woman. I don't even really have to read what these cards actually mean because they're so self-explanatory. The first human woman is underneath the fog, meaning the fog has lifted and there is just the woman underneath in all her glory and all her power. Then there is transformation. Y'all saw me shuffle. You can't make this shit up. And then there is opportunity. And coming out of the fog and coming out of the darkness, your raw power once more. Not only are you raw power, but you have transformed some of that old bullshit power into this amazing new raw woman power. This is going to start bringing to you opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. The only thing is that you need to allow this woman to take those opportunities. The opportunities the universe is bringing your way all have their own unique outcomes, and you're going to have to weigh whether you're ready to give up certain things or not. Because this goes for all of you. When we are a certain way for too long, and we get a reminder that we're actually really not that way. When we have a negative mindset or an off mindset or whatever it is, we forget that there's another way of being. So we have to make the conscious decision to let those things go, to let that part of us go. And then we have to grieve losing that part of ourselves. Because if we don't, we hold on to it tighter and we slip right back into it. So you're going to have to make the conscious decision to let go of that old part of you, the old detriment, the old I can't do this kind of part. And in letting go of it, you're going to find that transformation is fantastic. Miss Kathy Mazzell, are you ready? So for those of you guys that are waiting on things from the shop, please know that we are working our asses off to get everything caught up. Things mailed out, all that stuff, okay? If you guys have any questions, though, please, please, please message the site, okay? Not the email. The email, people have been sending emails to the email. I have taken it off the website. It's not monitored, and you should have literally got an email right back saying it's not monitored. So if you're sending messages to the email, they're not getting monitored because that email gets thousands of emails a day. Okay, hundreds, but still, hundreds is a lot. And I do mean like 500-600. It's not funny. All right. Miss Kathy, you ready? Great. Yours is going to make me yawn too. Cool. All right. You have diligence and resourcefulness. Then you have decision, performance, and impact. Then you have the suspense behind the mask. And then you have the past. So here's the thing. You have been a certain way for so long. You've been very diligent in how you take care of the people around you, how you take care of you, how you take care of things. You've been very resourceful when it comes to doing with less than, doing with more than, putting things back. Like you've been really, really resourceful with it. Not only have you had to make some decisions, but you've had to weigh the impacts, and then you've had to deal with the other impacts. So here's the thing. You already know that. You already know that. You already know that you've made something out of nothing more times than you probably give yourself credit for. Now, however, Kathy, there's a huge change in you that has popped up. And it's just sitting back there behind the Kathy mask that you wear, waiting. I almost said festering, but that's not the right word. But it's starting to feel like it's festering because it's something that you think about continually. And thinking about it continually, you're also thinking about the past continually. Things that you no longer want to think about, go to, etc. And go to, I mean, we all have things in the past, and when they pop up, we're instantly there. Our brain is instantly there. So here's the thing. Your brain keeps going to the past. Your brain keeps going to the past because there is still something there you need to learn. There's something you're not seeing yet. So the thing that your brain is continually going to, as you're realizing that you have to shift, you have to change, you need to stop and look around in those memories and see what it is that you're glossing over. It's not shadow work. It's actually something glaringly obvious. It's just that you have replayed these memories so many times. Now I'm having problems with YouTube. But it's a good transformation, Kathy. For some reason, you feel like it's a bad thing, but it's not. I promise it's a good thing, okay? I promise. Oh, Lord, I gotta quit doing that. All right, Miss Abby Chilinsky, you ready? Ooh, all right then. That one too, all right. All right, Miss Abby, here we go. You're welcome so much, Miss Kathy, honey. So this is the one that fell out is actually feminine intellect, Miss Abby. Like it fell out. I didn't even really get to shuffle and it came out in the middle of the fucking day. Then you have beauty and vitality. Ooh, you've been practicing some beauty magic, haven't you? Girl after my own heart. All right. Then you had two come out, okay? So this one came out first. This is mindfulness, lightness, and impermanence. But then on top of that, you have artfulness. So let's chat, Miss Abby. Let's chat. First of all, I see you. I see you. You've been practicing some beauty magic. You've been practicing some glamour magic. You've been using your absolute feminine intellect up there. The divine feminine, the divine feminine. And I would be willing to bet, I'd be willing to bet a lot actually, that you've had people lately saying, what are you doing? You look younger. Your skin looks brighter. You look how, like all of this stuff. Because you've been following your path. Not only have you been following your path, but you've been being very mindful of things and letting things go, which is where the lightness comes in. Now, I will say the impermanence, though, is the one that's bothering you right now. Because the impermanence, you've realized that nothing is permanent, nothing is forever. I would bet a lot of you guys are realizing that in a hardcore way lately. Whether it's from losing someone, from losing something, from shifting jobs, from whatever, or just a step in your natural spiritual evolution. I think everybody has come to this impermanence realization lately. The artfulness card right here, on top of the mindfulness card, tells me that you are learning how to use this beauty magic in an artful way to help others be mindful and to help you be mindful of this impermanence. So here's what I'm going to say about this, Abby. Don't let, and this part is for all of you, don't let the impermanence of life get you down, because it can, quicker than anything. The knowledge that nothing is forever, the knowledge that what you do won't matter in 10 years, what you do won't matter after you're gone, what you do won't matter in 100 years, doesn't mean shit, because guess what? Right now is all you have. Right now is all you have. So Miss Abby, I think it's fan-fucking-tastic that you're using your creative side to use this beauty magic to help others around you. And I want to encourage you to keep doing that. I think that's exactly what these cards are doing too, is encouraging you to keep doing the thing you're doing. Okay? You're on the right path. You're on the right path. Stop questioning yourself, Abby. Okay? Stop questioning yourself. This is your confirmation. Yes, you're on the right path. All right. Miss Star Stevenson. Ready? Spell out Whopper Jod. We're going to leave it that way. I saw you down there. All right, Star, you ready? So you start off with Temperance. Then you have Advisor and Counsel. The one that fell kind of whopper jawed in my lap was the Suspense Behind the Mask. And then you have Poetry, Language, and Expression. So I don't know if you guys have noticed that over the last week, since before Halloween, I'm pausing just for a minute, Star. Since before Halloween, right before Halloween, the activity around everywhere has picked up tremendously. For those of you guys that have any type of abilities, all of you do, as far as medium abilities go, as far as sensing things around you, I'm curious if you guys have noticed that things around you in particular have picked up. Just saying. All right, Miss Star. Ready? So, Star. I think it's funny that the question I just asked kind of does go with your reading slightly. You really turned off some abilities. You've turned off some gifts. I don't think you turned them completely off. I think that you turned the dial really, really far down. Really far down. To where they're just barely there. And now that they're just barely there, you're kind of leading a dualistic path, in that you're having people that are drawn to you for you to start kind of helping them and guide them, be a counsel to them. At the same time, you're seeking out those of your own. The reason that this is Wapperjod is because that suspense is building. When it's Wapperjod like this, it tells me that it's doing that. It's moving upwards. Knew that was coming. So that suspense is building because you haven't quite learned how to express your own talents and abilities and gifts yet. So here's what I'm going to say, Star, because apparently this is something that's weighing on you pretty hard at this point. Go back and think about when you turned those gifts off. Everybody that has gifts that's turned them off, you know exactly when you turned them off. You do. Every single person I've ever talked to knows the exact moment that they turned their gifts off, that they said, no more, no more. I don't want to see that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to feel that, whatever. You need to go back to that moment because that will help you turn them back on. Really? I even slept good last night. You need to learn how to express those gifts again, Star. That will help build up the suspense, which is a good thing, okay? It's a good thing. We have to have that suspense build up so we know when to take the mask off, okay? Go back and look at why you turned those gifts off, Star. And you'll find out exactly how to turn them back on. Okay? I did. I kind of got with it on YouTube and here on TikTok. All right. Miss Victoria Scalisi. Let me refresh this again. Or not. This is taking forever. Y'all may get to hear me sing tonight. Not really. I promise I won't. Thank you, love. All right. So I went ahead and closed my list for this evening. So I've got Victoria, Veronica, Danielle, Alicia, Allison, and Whitney. All right. Miss Victoria, we ready? Wix is being fun tonight. Everything is being fun tonight. No, it's not really windy here. We do have a really bad cold front that's moved in, though. So, this is what it is. All right. Okay. All right, Miss Victoria, ready? You have hospitality, abundance, and contracts. Then you have claiming new ground. Then you have poetry, language, and expression. And then you have temperance. You're a little overwhelmed with your own energy, aren't you, Victoria? Okay. So first of all, let me say this, okay? I do. Yeah, the tornado did miss us both. I'm so glad for that, Miss Marva. Victoria, here's the thing. You had something unlocked within you. You did have a gift unlocked. That's why all the energy is through the roof. That's why you're kind of freaking out. That's why all of the things are popping in on you. When you guys have a new gift erupt, it's amazingly terrifying. It's amazing because you're so excited. It's like you have this amazing new toy you want to play with. But at the same time, it's terrifying because you're like, oh shit, how do I do this? How do I, how? And then you don't trust yourself. So I have a feeling that this newfound gift has been overwhelming you. And I have a feeling you've probably had some serious hardcore inner talks with yourself about wondering if you're crazy, wondering if you broke your brain, wondering whatever it is. Guys, every time you have a talk with yourself about being crazy because you have a gift that's manifested, you claim new ground. You move forward. If you guys do not think that on a moment-to-moment basis, I sit here and wonder if I'm not just full-on batshit, and then sometimes I'm pretty convinced I am. Y'all, everybody thinks they're batshit when they're on a spiritual journey. The ones that don't are the ones that probably are batshit. But we're all batshit in our own way. But you know what I'm saying? When you sit and think, okay, I've legit gone crazy now because this is happening and this is like movie fodder. You're claiming new ground as far as your spiritual path and your gifts go. Okay? Find a way that you can express in a safe place these feelings about being crazy. All of you. This is for Victoria, but this is for all of you. You guys all need a book of shadows. So a book of shadows and a grimoire are technically different things. In Wicca, they're the same thing, but according to witchcraft practices, they are different things. I do not practice Wicca, therefore I have grimoires and I have a book of shadows. A book of shadows is where you keep shadow work. It's where you keep the dark aspects of yourself. A grimoire is where you keep your practice. It's where you write down notes, recipes, etc. You need to find a safe place for you to express these things, Victoria, okay? That way you can moderate this energy, you can moderate this gift, and you can learn how to control it and hone it, okay? You got this, sweet pea. I promise. I promise, okay? So, I love that everybody's like, I'm batshit crazy. Everybody's crazy in their own way. And really, if you guys think about it, just what we're talking about on a moment-to-moment basis here, we would have all been locked up in asylums, just half a century ago. Miss Veronica Kolarick. Ready? Gotcha. That's too many cards, and I already saw that one. So the one thing about trying to fix a behavior, I mean, literally, the first step is knowing that you're doing that behavior. That will help you work on it, help you fix it. Stop it, basically. All right. Miss Veronica, you ready? Hey, girly, how are you? All right. So you start off with Freya, which is love, fertility, and sexuality. Then you have Frigg, which is foresight, wisdom, and intuition. Then you have Gelfun, which is claiming new ground. Gefjin, not Gelfun. Words. Then you have the Berserker, the warrior. You've had a really interesting shift, haven't you? So you've probably really been feeling batshit lately because you've had a massive shift. You've had a massive shift. Where you thought you were going, you are no longer going. It's like your path just took a 90-degree right turn and then another 90-degree right turn, and now it's like a squiggly straw. So here's the thing, Veronica. Hey, Daphne Pooh. Love you too, sweet pea. So here's the thing, Miss Veronica. You need to trust yourself more. Your intuition, with this shift, your intuition is like fucking laser focused right now. It's legit laser focused right now. Okay? With it being laser focused, your intuition is through the roof. The things that you know, your clairsentience is on point. And I have a feeling that it's freaking you out a little bit. So let me say this. Embrace it. Embrace it. Because if you fight it, and with you, I don't think it's so much that you think you're crazy, that you're questioning your sanity. It's that you're blowing your own mind on a moment to moment to moment basis. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Because that intuition is going to help you gain the new ground you need, because I think you feel it coming. You have an interesting battle coming your way. And when I say battle, I have a feeling that this is more on someone else's behalf. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, and trust your clairsentience, because it's on point. It's on point. By honing it, it will help you laser focus where you can use that later on during this issue that's going to pop up. I would say in the next 3 months. So, quit questioning yourself, girl. Quit questioning yourself. Start writing things down, and that will help you pinpoint all the things. Okay? Guys, even if you just keep a cheap 50-cent notebook journal from dollar store or whatever, write down your things. Write down the things that you just know. Okay? Write down the dreams. Write down the visions. Write down all of the things. Write down all the things. There's a reason you're being told, shown, etc. these things. Plus, when you write them down and they happen, it's a massive confidence boost. Massive confidence boost. I promise. Okay? And I saw that you shot a message over, and I'll make sure that we get to it, Miss Veronica, because I know I've got some stuff I need to do for you. All right, Miss Danielle Jackson. Wow, I can't words. Did you guys know that here in a couple weeks I'll be in Oklahoma City? Not only will I be in Oklahoma City for the Oddities convention, I will also have my last shamanic mediumship event of the year. Making me chase cards. Making me chase cards. All right. We're going to put them just how they fell. All right. All right, gal. Ready? Ready? You start off with Frigg, which is foresight, wisdom, and intuition. Then you have the transformation card. Then you have decision, performance, and impact. And the two, almost died on my spit. Not really, just, almost went down the wrong pipe. Wrong pipes are stupid. We should have, Misak should have 2 pipes that can be used simultaneously. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? This is dumb. Anyway, the 2 that fell out that I had to go chase. The one on the top is unresolved emotions. And underneath it is economy and revenue. So, Miss Victoria. Not Miss Victoria, Miss Danielle. I'm so sorry. I was looking at Victoria's name, even though it's right there by yours. Miss Danielle. Similar to a couple other people, you're on the verge of going through a transformation. And I think that you feel it coming, and I think that it's a weight on your shoulders. Since I've known you, since I've met you, you've gone through several different massive shifts. And I think now when you look back, you're realizing just how massive they were. And realizing how massive they were, you know that this next one coming up is gonna floor you. So here's the thing, Danielle. You know it's coming, so you can kind of prepare for it. Prepare for it mentally and emotionally the most. Physically, any shift always takes a toll on us. Preparing for it mentally is more like, okay, I know this is coming, so I need to have plenty of bath soak, or I need to have plenty of vacation time, whatever it is. Start preparing for it mentally. Prepare for it emotionally. Because when this transformation happens, it's going to impact everyone around you, and you're going to have some really interesting decisions. They're not hard, they're just interesting. They're not bad, they're just interesting. Okay? They're neutral decisions. They're not good or bad. But it is going to bring up a lot of these unresolved emotions that we're talking about down here. With the unresolved emotions, it's going to mess with your finances a little bit. It's going to mess with your money. It's going to mess with your bank. So be really careful not to let these unresolved emotions cause you to go blow money, cause you to buy things you don't need, etc. Woo! So, know that that's coming. Know that that's a thing. And know that when this transformation and these decisions hit, you need to be very careful of your spending. Okay? Pay attention to where every dollar is going once this transformation starts. And I'm going to say fight the urge to do everything right when you feel like doing it. Does that make sense? Okay? Really think about it and give it some thought before you place any money into it. Because you may not need it the next day. Okay? Okay? All right. Miss Alicia Kushba. This one popped out first, and you can come up second. Hey, guys. So my list is closed for this evening. But I'll be back on this week. I do have some lives. Man, Alicia, yours just have popped right out. I do have some lives already up on the site if you guys would like to go snag a ticket. Really? Really? It's because the heater came on and I'm actually getting warm. So what's funny is, like, when it gets late, when it's dark, if I get toasty, I want to go to bed. Or if I'm freezing, I want to go to bed. Basically, I just want to go to bed. I'm just kidding. All right. So, the first card that came out, Miss Alicia, is Peace and Counsel. And then this card landed on top of it. It is, again, Decisions, Performance, and Impact. This has been a big card for a lot of you guys this evening. Then you have Artfulness. These are the ones that fell out of the deck in my lap. And then you have Beauty and Vanity. Okay? You're kind of in an interesting crossroads right now. There's a split in the road ahead of you. One side, you know, is going to be pretty peaceful and calm and relaxed. The other side requires you to be the counsel, to pretend to be peaceful and to pretend to have everything together to help other people get their shit together and then be peaceful. And it's going to be a very important decision for you to make. Do you help other people, or do you just continue to protect your own peace? Now, here's the thing. I can't tell you which path to choose. The cards are not going to tell you which path to choose. But what I am going to tell you is, on these other two cards, I'm hoping that this will help you choose the right path. In making this decision, you need to look at which one allows you to be creatively authentic. Creatively authentic. You also need to look at the one that encompasses the beauty of yourself and of life in it. One of them allows you to maintain all the beauty around you and to give out more beauty to other people. And no, I'm not saying choose that one, because sometimes giving out beauty to other people is as simple as our family, our kids, coworkers. You know what I mean? I love your face. The other path stokes your vanity a little too much. So, at this crossroads, Sweet Pea, you need to look at which one allows you to be creatively yourself. And you need to look at which one allows you to bring the beauty back to those around you. Okay? I want you really hardcore think about that. Even though you're like, okay, well, the inner peace path allows me to be myself, but the other one allows me to help other people. That's not what I'm saying. Really think about it. Think about both of those aspects as far as just protecting your peace, because you're gonna bring beauty to people there too. And then look at this other decision and the impact that it's gonna make with helping other people, with guiding other people. But the decision that you're going to make, you have to do it correctly. Even if it's protecting your own peace, you have to do it correctly. Otherwise, you're going to be right back in this decision again. And what's funny is I don't even know which way to kind of lean to tell you to go either. Wish I could give you a little bit of a cheat. And I hope that didn't make things more confusing. Well, that didn't help either because I drew a card to see if it would help, and this is fucking disorder. This is disorder. Things are going to be in disorder until you make this decision. So, okay, I'm glad it made complete sense. Things are going to be in disorder until you can make the decision, sweetie. Okay? So, there you go. All right. Allison Harvard, and then Whitney Vollum, and then I'm going to get off of here. Good. I'm so glad that you understood that. Sometimes I have to quit saying this makes no sense because it's not meant to make sense to me. So I'm glad that it made sense to you. Oh, my nose is itches. Why are you nervous? Don't be nervous. All right, here we go. All right. So you actually start off with artfulness. Then you have temperance. Then you have the first human woman. Then you have peace and counsel. So you have some interesting steps ahead of you. You have interesting steps ahead of you in that let me shift. Let me say this part first. I'm really proud of you for learning different ways of learning things. Does that make sense? So when we start on our spiritual path, some people end up just getting on the path and just like horse blinders, and that's all they want to do is just that. They just want to earth, they just want to crystals, they just want to whatever it is, just. But with you, you've kind of embraced, hey, I'm going to learn all this shit, and I'm just going to be, reading 90 books and listening to 50 audiobooks and watching 90 million different videos. It's just like you dove in and just been like, all right, this is what we're doing. Here we go. So I'm proud of you for that, because usually I have to tell people it's okay to do that. Knew that was coming. You're being very artful about it, in that the way you're going about taking in all the information, learning all the things, dipping your toe in the water here and here and here and here. You're doing it in moderation instead of just like 24 hours a day kind of thing. So I'm amazingly proud of you for that. The reason I think that you're nervous, and the reason that I wanted to say how proud I am of you first is because you're really feeling this massive well of personal power get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I have a feeling that that's foreign to you, that you haven't really been able to own and utilize your own personal power. And now that it's coming up, you're about to step into this amazingly wonderific personal power. And I kind of feel bad for anybody that opposes you. I kind of feel bad for anybody that opposes you. Because when you step into your own personal power and you really give yourself permission to be who you are and own that personal power, it's going to put you in such a place of inner peace. It's one that I know very well. And let me explain it to you a little bit. It's a place of inner peace where you have no problem telling people to fuck off in the same breath that you tell them hello with. All of these things you're learning is to build on your empathic nature and to build on your intuition and to build on your clairsentience. Those are your gifts right there. Those are your gifts. As those are getting built up, you're going to get to the point where you see through the bullshit like that. You see through someone's bullshit so fast, like they don't even get 2 words out of their mouth and you see through their bullshit. And when you learn to own that, you're kind of a force to be reckoned with, sweetheart. Stop questioning yourself. I'm proud of you for learning all the things, and I will never tell you to quit learning all the things because some people have a problem with it. You're fixing to step into your own personal power, love. Some people around you are not going to like it because you will set boundaries. And I'm proud of you for that. Guys, when we get to a certain level on our spiritual path, boundaries become a thing. You do need to stop questioning yourself. And you're welcome. Boundaries are a thing. And when you start setting them and when you start expecting the respect that you give other people and people don't like that, it sucks because you're going to start losing people out of your life. And when they cross your boundaries and you cut them out of your life or you tell them, all right, move on down the path, they're not going to like that either. And it gets really lonely really quickly. But guess what? You will have your people. You will have your tribe come right in, I promise. Okay? I promise. All right, Whitney Vollum. Are we ready, Whitney? Hey, love, how are you? Well, you must have needed to hear that message then, huh? You're welcome so much, sweetheart. All right, Whitney. So you start off with a wisdom card. Then you have the guardian card. Then you have intuition, subconscious, and conflict. And then you have artfulness. So, Whitney. You're about to be put in the middle of a big conflict and you already know it. Like you can see it coming 10 miles away. No one else can see the conflict but you. You're like, oh my God, you guys, this is already going to start causing a problem. And no one's listening to you. Like you already know. You can already see all the things tumbling into place to cause the avalanche. You know it's coming. It's like you've already watched the movie and you're watching it again for the 6th time. You know it word for word. It's coming. No one's listening to you. And you are absolutely a protector and you are a guardian of other people. Knew that was coming. You are a guardian of other people. And so it's like you can't help but put yourself in between them and the avalanche that they are setting in motion. So here's the thing, sweetheart. You're going to have to come up with a very, very interesting way of dealing with this conflict. Of guarding this person from themselves and guarding you from this person. Because the avalanche has to happen with them. It has to happen with them. Everybody has to have an avalanche at some point in their life. Because when the avalanche comes, it's when we learn the most of the things. Some of us need repeated avalanches. But this person really needs this avalanche. The best thing you can do, and this is what I'm going to tell you to do, the best thing that you can do is to hold your tongue a little bit when dealing with this person in particular, dealing with this situation. Sometimes it's better not to say anything than to say all of the things. And finding these interesting, artful, creative ways to deal with this person in this situation. I'm just going to let you know it's going to wear you out. It's going to wear you out. You're going to have to find ways to really, really ground yourself. I don't know what sign you are, Whitney, but those of you guys that have a hard time grounding, look at what sign you are and look at what the opposing sign is. So for earth, usually water is good, air is good, but fire, water, things like that, okay? Look at which element is on the other side. Connect with that element. It will help you ground because it helps to negate all of the crazy energy. Okay, you're an Aries, so water is going to be your friend. Hot showers, hot baths, hot tubs, etc. Going to be your friend. Rain, going to be your friend. So when this gets too hard, when this gets to the point where your brain is about to cave in from dealing with this person in this situation, go take a shower. Go take a hot bath. That will help you come up with these creative ways of protecting this person from themselves, I think is exactly what it is. I was almost about to say that I'm sorry that you are a protector in this life, but I have a feeling your soul is probably a protector in most lives. So it's second nature for you to be this way. I understand, and I'm sorry. Sometimes our souls are a little stubborn. Sometimes our souls are a little stubborn. So, I will say, if you aren't sure who this person is that is going to cause all these issues, they're part of a group of 3. They're kind of the middle person. Does that make sense? In groups of threes, there's always like the leader, and then there's just the straight yes man that, brings up the tail. And then there's the one in the middle that usually so this is like when there's a 3-person trio on TV or whatever. You can think of the first person, the leader, and you can think of the last person, but most people can't remember the people in the middle. They just can't. That's kind of what this energy is. So, got an interesting few months coming up, Whitney. But just like with Allison and Veronica and Danielle and so on, you need to write these things down. You need to write these things down. Write down the things that you know, so that way when they rush out the door or they don't call or whatever it is, you have it there. You can kind of hold your tongue a little bit because, yeah. I think you're also that person that needs to see it in writing. You need to physically see it with your eyeballs. That's how I am. It'll also help kind of pull it out a little bit so it's not sticking on your brain. You get too many things sticking on your brain like this, and it will bog your brain down. So, you know what you know when you're spot on. Give yourself more credit, Whitney. Give yourself more credit. Write down these intuitions, the things that you know, it's like the things that you just see coming when it comes to this person in particular. I mean, there's going to be other people involved, but it's mainly this one person that you're wanting to protect, that you feel like you're their guardian. You need to be their guardian. It's almost like you can see the train wreck coming. So just, start writing down what color the trains are, how many cars they got, where they're crossing the road. You know what I mean? Like, just write down all the things. Just write down all the things, love. You're going to feel crazy when you're doing it, but it'll help you tremendously build your own confidence in yourself. So, and being a protector, being a guardian is hard. It's hard. So, there's things that as a guardian, as a protector, you're kind of privy to information wise from the universe that you can't always tell the person that it's about. And it's dumb. But every time you go to tell this person, like, something happens, the phone rings, their phone rings, somebody interrupts, or you just can't find the right words, or it's always something. So okay, I'm not meant to tell them that. Stupid. It's stupid. So, write down all the things, sweetheart. It will help you. Okay, it will help you boost your own confidence as well. So, yeah. I don't think it's going to take very long, and that person's going to... It's going to be pretty obvious. You know what I mean? It's not going to take long. In fact, I would bet within the next day or so, you're going to be like, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I realize that that's who that is? Write down all the things. Yep. It's going to be blatantly obvious who it is, girl. Okay? So, yeah. Sorry. So with that being said, I'm going to close YouTube here.